Today we've got something that's not just a TV, not just a console, but a next-level home entertainment combo. I'm talking about the Sony 75-inch BRAVIA XR Z9K Series 8K Ultra HD Mini LED TV paired with the PlayStation 5 Disc Edition Slim. Now, if you're someone who takes movies, gaming, or just overall tech seriously, this bundle is about as premium as it gets right now. So, let's break it down. The Sony Z9K series is part of Sony's flagship lineup, and it's rocking an 8K panel with mini LED backlighting. That means insanely bright highlights, deep blacks, and a level of detail that honestly makes 4K look soft in comparison. Of course, 8K content is still rare, but the real magic here is Sony's XR cognitive processor, which upscales 4K and even 1080p content beautifully into something that looks way sharper, way cleaner, and more cinematic. Now, 75 inches. That's big. At this size, 8K resolution actually makes sense. You can sit closer, you can see more detail, and when you're watching something like a nature documentary in HDR or streaming a blockbuster in Dolby Vision, you're going to get that window into reality vibe. And since this is mini LED, brightness isn't a problem at all. HDR pops with accuracy, and blooming is kept to a minimum thanks to precise local dimming. On top of that, the Z9K supports all the formats you'd expect at this price point: Dolby Vision, HDR10, and HLG. But for gamers, this is where things get really exciting. You're getting HDMI 2.1 ports with support for 4K at 120Hz, VRR, variable refresh rate, and auto low latency mode. Combine that with the PlayStation 5 Slim in this bundle, and you're looking at a setup that's basically tailor-made for next-gen gaming. Now, let's talk about the PS5 Slim Disc Edition. It's slimmer, quieter, and just as powerful as the original PlayStation 5, with the added benefit of physical disc support. For those who still enjoy building a library of physical games or popping in UHD Blu-rays, this is the version you want. Pairing this with the Z9K is a no-brainer, because Sony optimized the BRAVIA XR TVs specifically for PS5. There's auto HDR tone mapping and auto genre picture mode, which basically means your TV adjusts itself automatically to give you the best picture settings depending on whether you're gaming or watching movies. Now, I've tested a lot of TVs, and something Sony does exceptionally well is motion handling. Fast-paced sports, action movies, or even competitive gaming, motion looks smooth and natural without the soap opera effect. That's a big deal if you're picky about picture quality. Plus, the sound system here is impressive. Sony uses acoustic multi-audio, which actually places tweeters around the frame of the TV, so audio feels like it's coming directly from the screen instead of from somewhere below it. It's immersive and definitely better than your average TV speakers, though let's be real, pairing this setup with a soundbar or a home theater system would push it to another level. Design-wise, the Z9K looks clean and premium. The bezels are minimal, the stand is adjustable depending on your setup, and it just screams high-end. It's not one of those flashy designs that tries to stand out, it's subtle but refined. And when you pair it with the sleek new PS5 Slim, it's a setup that fits perfectly into a modern living room or dedicated gaming space. One thing to keep in mind, this is an 8K TV, which means it's future-proof, but you'll still be watching mostly 4K content for now. Streaming services are slowly dabbling in 8K, YouTube has some content, and of course gaming will benefit from the high refresh rate and processing. But honestly, even with standard 4K, this TV's processing makes it look like a step above. So it's not just about waiting for 8K to become mainstream, it's about enjoying the best possible image quality today. The Google TV interface is also here, which means you get access to pretty much every app you can think of: Netflix, Disney+, Prime Video, YouTube, and more. Built-in Google Assistant and Chromecast make it easy to control with your voice or cast content from your phone. And for those in the Apple ecosystem, it supports AirPlay and HomeKit as well. Basically,